Alright, before we get into this video, just real quick, this is a re-upload, so I want to ask you guys. This video before had over 6,000 views until YouTube took it down for some reason. I had the video before under complete fair use. This is a re-upload. Some of it is original, some of it is not, but I want to ask you guys to please upvote this video and please drop a comment. Both of those things help this video get back to where it was in the search rankings before, and I would greatly appreciate if you could do that, because it was totally unfair for what YouTube did. And if you want to help me right that wrong, it's simple. Just drop a like and drop a comment. Tell me what you think about Case Closed, what you think about the old reviews. I appreciate all the support you guys give me. So let's get into a classic Anime Friday video.
God damn it, I want a voice-changing bow tie.
Case Closed is a staple of my childhood. Every day when I come home from school, I was able to catch this in Dragon Ball Z on Toonami. So when Stone Cold Fuyuki Hinata submitted the anime for review, which you can do in the comments below or on Twitter at SeaTacticsFTW, follow me there, I was decided to have an excuse to go back to my childhood. What I watched when I came back blew my expectations quite literally out of the water. It turns out, Case Closed, at least the first couple arcs, hold up very well, besides a couple things.
大丈夫か坊や
坊や何言ってんだこいつら
So before I start, I want to say that my opinions are just that, opinions. If you disagree with them, that's fine, but please before downvoting and leaving, watch the video through, and comment as to why you disagree with me. I am eager to discuss anime with you, and if there is any more valid criticism, I am all ears. Enjoy! Shinichi Kudo is an ace detective, and after solving a murder case, chases a man in black. He ends up getting knocked out, and the people who pursued him make him consume some strange drug. The drug ends up turning him into a child. He decides to keep this a secret from everyone except the scientist he is friends with, even keeping it a secret from his childhood friend Ran. Throughout the series, he will solve murders as a kid, hoping he will find a way to reverse the effects of the drugs.
怪我そうか黒ずくめの男に殴られて
Case Closed is to this day, almost 21 years later, still a fantastic series. The formula of detective shows like CSI, just for example, are old and stale, but Case Closed is much different from those shows, not just because one is an anime, but because Case Closed has this style that is just so unique. I think some of the cartoonish ideas are kind of ridiculous, but they do work within the context of the world they're in. Shinichi being turned into a kid because of a pill? Alright. In any other show, that's pretty ridiculous. And as a kid watching this, I caught onto this as well, but if we're simply talking about the context of the series, this is pretty good. And somewhat makes sense, I guess. I mean, for Christ's sake, he has a bow tie that can change his voice. But not everything can be perfect, and just because Case Closed is one of the best doesn't mean it's flawless. Just like every other anime, there is something wrong or bad in it. The big problems of the series in terms of its story is this. The idea that Shinichi is turned into a kid is pretty much something with no real payoff for quite a long time. To me, that's annoying, but a byproduct of its time, which was still annoying then. I have a feeling that the showrunners maybe thought turning him into an adult again would ruin the mystique of the show, but I think it would have made the show even better. I get that he can sometimes turn back into his former self when the show absolutely needs it, but if you just have him find the perp and get the antidote, you can ignore having to put in dumb plot devices like that. Also, the romance between Shinichi and Ran is one of genuine interest. Ran can't romance a kid, that's just pretty weird. Which brings me to another point, actually. How the hell does Ran not know what Shinichi looks like as a child? They are childhood friends, and I highly doubt the glasses do anything. Now, I said earlier that within their world, the pill may make sense, but this is just asking a little bit too much, don't you think? I know how my childhood friends looked like as a child. Now? Because I have a memory. Just think about it. Do you know the way your childhood friends looked? Chances are you do. And this is the only thing within the story I find absolutely awful. Ran should just know that's Shinichi, not make vague comments about how he looks like him. It makes Ran look like a complete idiot.
体が縮んでる
But let's go back to the positive of the series, shall we? It's a well-paced, well-written crime drama. I don't watch a lot of them, but with the comedy segments and the great mysteries in most of these episodes, there is always something to marvel at. There aren't many episodes where I'm not at least interested in the crime drama the episodes contain. That part of the show are always the strongest parts of the series and are a treat to watch, but then again, it is a crime drama series, so if it's doing that wrong, then what's the point of the series? For being over 20 years old, I gotta be honest, it's showing its age quite a bit. With the blown out scenes, the countless animation errors, it could have been a whole lot better. But at this point, you should expect all of these problems. Like I said, this series came out over 20 years ago, and for an anime like that to come out then and look like this now, it's nothing surprising. The thing is, anime, a lot of the times, especially from the 90s, are hit and miss when it comes to more technical things, and some fan favorites just don't age well. Case Closed just hasn't aged well in a lot of things. But what is good about the animation? Well, there's a lot to look at. The art style is simply not used anymore, the way the characters look and how cartoony they are. It's something we may never see again in anime, and I'm okay with that. To have another anime use this art style would be wrong. Case Closed also has this quintessential 90s look that a lot of anime have moved away from for a more clean style. In my opinion, the gritty, grainy look is a timeless look that I will never get over. Case Closed was syndicated in America by Funimation, but to talk about the English dub of this would be strange. If you're a Case Closed fan, you only watch it in Japanese, mostly because over 90% of the series is in Japanese. So let's talk about it. The voice acting is superb, probably the best thing about the series. Ran and Shinichi are casted perfectly, and most everyone else is playing their roles great. Even the mysterious man in black is doing a pretty hammy job of hamming up his character. It's a super fun cast, and you may still notice some of them hanging around in the biz if you're a fan. The score for this anime is quite exceptional. While not being a prominent feature of the series, the score still does quite a bit for the show. It's pretty much your standard crime drama score, but with a more anime twist to it. It may not be something you notice, but maybe it's not meant to. Either way, it does its job well. But the thing about the series is its opening and closing songs. They usually contain heavy guitars and the 90s style of heavy music that was prominent in Japan in that period of time. I must say, this is my kind of music, but does it fit? I think for this series it fits in a way that not a lot of people realize. It's so outside of what the series is that it just works. If done right, and it's the right song, it will work.
ちょっとシーチの家行ってくる。
俺の飯は
Case Closed is a kid-friendly, adult-friendly, and all-around just fun-to-watch kind of show. If you're in the mood for a crime drama that's super long, then watch this one. With almost 1,000 episodes, you can't go wrong with a series like this. You can feasibly drop it at any episode and enjoy what you watch, and some people would even say Case Closed is a masterpiece. Whatever your opinions on the later episodes are, you can't deny that Case Closed has connected with multiple generations of fans now. Outside of its short syndication in the early 2000s, Case Closed has even crossed the sea and even has a huge following in America. Case Closed does have its faults like the story's plot holes and strange 90-isms, but outside of that, it's got a really solid foundation. Case Closed gets an 8 out of 10. So that's it. There's my Case Closed review. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. Thumbs up this video and put down in the comments what you thought about Case Closed and click on some of these videos if they find your fancy. Thanks guys for watching, I appreciate it, and bye-bye.